welcome to my channel. I'm Mark, this is Mark's Mods, and today guys we are going to be continuing with our Harshette Titanic build. So we are going to be doing issue 73 of Build the Titanic, the ship, the legend, and we've got quite a bit to do in this one, to be honest with you, because the last lot we got, there wasn't really that much to do apart from putting decking down, which was incredibly frustrating for a month. But with this one we have got quite a bit to do because we're going to be working on some of the rooms that were on the promenade deck. So yeah, all good fun in the end, and we have got a lot of photo etch windows to be putting on this as well. So yeah, that's going to be fun also, but I'm not complaining. We asked for something nice to get our teeth into, and we've got a nice issue to get our teeth into now. 74 is about the same, 75 a little bit easier, and then 76 we have, yeah, we've got quite a bit to do in that one as well. So it should be a pretty interesting month this month. I didn't get the Titanic coin that was scheduled to come, that we got a notification in our last dispatch about, that they reserved, but that didn't come this time. But I did get a binder, so yeah, I don't know what's happening with that one, but we'll just have to wait and see on that one. So let's get started with this one today, because I think it could go on a little while. So with all that said, let's get modelling. Okay, so let's get started. So we've got this piece this time. So this is the first class entrance and cabins. I've already done some blackout on it, so we don't get any light bleed. But the first thing we need to do is we're going to be adding basically the windows to this, and they consist of these. Now I've taken all these off the sprues that they came on, so we're all prepared, ready to go. Just need to make sure we get these the right way around, especially these rectangular ones where you want them to be the correct way around. So the first thing we're going to do is we need to get some glue. Got my little glue stick. It's going to be a fair bit, to be honest. So a good amount of glue. Now all I need to do is shake these, and then what we'll do is we'll get them on. So we're going to be starting with these windows here. Now I might just do it my own way than follow the instructions, because I think it's going to be easier to do it a different way. But I'm just going to dabble some glue. Make sure you're putting it on the right one. Don't need to be caked in glue. The other thing as well is, while they're like this, they're not very rigid, the parts that are. And just get my diamond painting pen. Most of the time it picks them up. Not wanting to today. No, it's definitely not wanting to pick it up today. Maybe it's because I'm using the wrong one. There we go. There we go, and that's the first window in. And we're just going to repeat that. So again, have a glue. Pick up a window. No, I was using the wrong pen. Got two. And I waxed one before I started this. And yeah, I wasn't using the one I waxed. Okay.
A few moments later.
Okay guys, sorry about that. The camera stopped rolling for some reason, and it's just absolutely hasn't recorded what I've just done. So, which was putting all these windows in. Don't know why. Just decided to deactivate itself, and I didn't realise because I was concentrating so hard. So where do we get to? So where I got to was I put this window, little window in here. So I'm going to put a couple more in, and then what I might do is I might speed it up I'll come back to it once they're all in. It's not something I do like doing in my builds, but when you've got this many windows to put in, sometimes you just you've got to go what's like this. I don't think I'm about to get away with using this little stick because it's a problem. If they don't go in, and then they stick to your bench. They stick to everywhere apart from the place you want them to do. So I seem to be having a bit of a problem with it. So what am I going to do is I'm just going to get this one in, and then I'm going to break away and we'll come back once I've done them. Because there is a lot to put in. This one, they're just not behaving at all. As soon as I stop recording, they'll go in fine. Yeah, it's just getting rid of all the wax I put on there. You just don't want to go on at all. I don't know why. No, that's not going to pick up now. Why is these things not working? I don't know. Right, try again. Okay, so I've got them two on. What I'm going to do is I'm going to break, I'm just going to stop recording. I'm going to get all these windows in and then we'll come back when I've done it.
Much later.
Okay guys, I'm back. So I've got all the windows now on this, which is looking rather nice. What we're going to need to do next is we need to install this. So we're just going to bob this onto our promenade deck. Should fit nice. Oh, one of the windows has just flung out. Right, so I'll quickly sort that before we move on. When I can find my glue. Glad that happened now before it got screwed down there. So the problem with these windows is you just try and get them on, and you're putting metal onto plastic. We'll get it back on and then we can continue. So did not expect that to happen. Okay, so let's just put this back on. I would keep an eye on these because they're not the best. Okay, so I'll put that back on. That should more or less line up perfectly. There are some tabs that do fit into the bottom. Okay, and now what we need to do is we need to screw this down, and we're going to do that with some AP screws. So my supports keep coming off for some reason. Okay, we need to put in 2, 4, 6, 10 of these. Certainly don't want it going anywhere. Get the first one in. That's one. That's two. Come off the jig again. There's not a lot of weight on this at the moment. Okay. I'm not putting in these in any particular order. Does wonder to me how much of this we're actually going to see once it's been built. We might get a bit of a view from one of the windows, maybe. Right. Keep going with the screws. Now remember, the boat deck will fit on top when this is done. Okay, so this is screw number 6. Definitely not going anywhere. Right, I'm going to take it off that because it's just not. It's huge. It really is massive, is this piece. And this isn't even the full length of the Titanic yet. That's another one. I just noticed another window. Oh, I'll make that 2 windows that have come off. Got one there, and one's just landed on the floor somewhere. Don't know if I can see it. Right guys, I'll sort this out, get it screwed down and come back to you. Okay guys, I'm back. I don't seem to be having a good day of it today at all. Everything is just seeming to go wrong. So I've got that all screwed down now. Next thing we need to do, we've got these bulkheads to put in place. They're just going to simply go into these holes here and these holes just down here. So we'll get them done. I'm just not having any luck today with this. We've got windows wanting to just pop out and go everywhere. And just nothing wants to work. So I apologise for it being a stop-start video. Okay, so we'll get the first one of these in. Now remember, these were in place because this is where you had your private promenade deck for the parlour suites. It's something the Olympic didn't have. It's actually how you can sort of distinguish between the Titanic and the Olympic in photographs. On the Olympic, this area was open, but when obviously the Olympic was in service, they realised they didn't need a massive promenade deck, so they put in the private promenade decks. Okay, they're in place. So yeah. Okay, so we'll move on to the next stage. This is the last bit of it, thank goodness. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is we need to flip this over because we've got a circuit board to put in place. Now, this is just going to simply slot down onto here, I hope. But the way today's video is going, it really wouldn't surprise me if I have problems with it. That's one in, that's 2 in. That's all them in place. Okay, and what we'll do is we'll just do a quick test of it. So if I get the test board. Hopefully everything's as it should be. The way today's going is, it wouldn't surprise me if we had problems. Okay, so we've got the lead So I'm gonna plug this into J1. So let's plug into J1 and give it a test. There we go. And as you can see, all the lights on that are working. Yes, I have dubbed the lights down a bit with my mod, just to give them a more orange effect. We'll keep this spare wire till next time again. I think we're collecting them like we did on the previous issue. But thankfully, that is stage 73 completed. Well guys, that's it for the Titanic. Thanks for tuning in. That was an absolute nightmare. Not only did I have problems with the model, I was having technical issues left, right and centre. The cameras on OBS were all freezing up, so they'd sort of deactivated and I didn't realise. So I did about 10 minutes of putting in Windows that you're not going to see because it never recorded it. And then we had problems with the model as well. Ugh, what a nightmare. I'm just going to go now, finish this video and go lie down in a very dark room. Because that was not great at all. It's not the best issue for you to start having problems with, but must be my luck at the moment. Anyway, if you like this video, please could you give it a massive thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell to be notified of any future videos. But as for always guys, stay safe and bye for now.